everybody, I am Sacred and thank you all for joining me in our Let's Play of Hearts of Iron IV. Всем привет, дорогие друзья, меня зовут Sacred и давайте поиграем День Победы 4. Herzlich willkommen meine Freunde, meine Damen und Herren, das schöne Afrika-Core zu unserem Let's Play von Hearts of Iron IV. Hearts of Iron IV, Herz des Stars 4. We are going to continue our game as the United States of America. Well, let's face the problems here. We are still facing the Great Depression, how you will see right now. That's a great tank actually, the Panzer Kampfwagen 6 Tiger Ausführung 2, I think. Also known as the King Tiger, well, unofficially. Yeah, the USA black guys. We are in the 10th of March 1937. Let's get into the game straight away. And well, we don't have that much things to do actually. Because we are stuck on being neutral. We need to wait for the war tension to rise. Therefore we can simply sit back, well, build some factories, but you know, we have a major problem because we get a minus 50% modifier for us. Also, we are spending insane amount, we are spending so much of our industry on, yeah. We are spending out of our 123 factories, 168 factories on 123 only for consumer goods, so that's insane. Well, let's get continued. So, we aren't really stronger industrial-wise. Okay, on February 21st, 1937, the Aerobal developed by Waterman aeroplane made its first flight. It was a tailless aircraft intended for civilian use. It worked as an automobile on the ground and a plane in the air. It generated little consumer interest and only 5 were built. Many iterations were built in the 80s but never took hold. The last iteration was made in May 1957. Interesting. Why do have some here? Pacific Line Ridge. Why is your infrastructure that bad? I don't know, to be honest. Well, we have 3 naval dockyards, great. What are we going to produce now? Then we are producing destroyer, heavy and light cruisers. What else will be produced? Destroyers, heavy light cruisers, battleships, that's out of baits. Let's produce a battlecruiser, the Lexington class. The Lexington class battlecruiser. Let's queue in. Nice. Lexington class battlecruiser 1. And build it in the fleet, in our main base at Norfolk. We need chromium. Let's get it from Cuba. There we go, getting it. We are missing transport vehicles. Well, let's queue them in transport vehicles. Right here. Transport vehicles, come on, I'm sure I'm not that blind. Is it here? Oh. Look, I'm going to go one by one. Transport vehicles. Do they mean motorized infantry, maybe? I mean, I really can't see a transport vehicle in here. No, what? That cannot be. It can't be. Maybe it's maybe this. Yeah, it's the. Well, I mean, you need to find because it was apparently the motorized infantry. Well, let's see. Get that done. I really need more factories. I'm really struggling with my small military factories. I really kind of don't have any per se. Let's go for that excavation we really don't need right now. We have more important things here for a P-40 Warhawk. Artillery factory level 3 reached. Great. Click to add theorists. So we can add the aircraft designer. What do I want? Closer sport or light aircraft designer? Or heavy aircraft? Medium aircraft? Well, I'll go for the fighters because I'll mainly focus on fighters, but also on getting bombers. Therefore, yeah, let's go for it. I cannot replace undisturbed isolation. The world tension is only 2%, that's surprisingly low. Well, we finished the research. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Japanese and Chinese forces of the Hindenburg disaster. We're attempting... Okay, let's call the game. The passenger airship Hindenburg was destroyed today while attempting to dock at the Lakehurst Naval Air Station in the United States. For reasons not yet determined, the airship was engulfed in flames and crashed to the ground, claiming 35 lives. Due to the scarcity and expense of helium and the US ban on exporting it, the Hindenburg, like all German passenger airships, was ultimately engineered to use hydrogen, which provides greater lift but is also flammable. With public faith shaken by this disaster and the rise of much faster passenger aircraft, this could be the end of the era of airships, or the humanity. Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished inconstantly over the strategic Marco Polo bridge located just southwest of Beijing. China has rejected Japan's demands for an apology and territorial concessions, claiming instead that the breaking point of Japanese aggression has been reached. Diplomats fear that the water situation could result in a war at any time. Interesting times ahead. Well, let's go for here. We have 2 free research slots for skills and training, firstly, and for infantry, yeah, of course, for the mobile defense. And it should get a national focus. Okay, that's done. I don't need preemptive intention or that. I don't care. Okay, Bureau of Ships. That's not that important. Air war plan. No, yeah, I need that continue on technocracy. Well, 3 research bonus. I cannot issue war bonds. Okay. And Sport Rock Islands. Well, okay, let's go for the Committee on Technocracy. Because of the research boost, especially. Here, I couldn't deploy. Yeah, I simply needed the equipment. Let's add the area training. 500,000 men already. Nice. US MC, that's US Marines. Let's finish our infantry line here firstly. Which we need to. Do I have actually units unassigned? Yeah, I do. Great. So our home theater has grown. That's insane. Nice. Well, let's check the European theater then. The Republicans, well, I'm betting that the Republicans will lose, because the situation looks desperate. You never know. Let's check. The fascists control the majority of the industry as well as the majority of the troops. So, well, looks bad for the Spaniards. Can't go for that yet, it's unfortunate. Okay. Let's get the air doctrine. By appearing vulnerable, our fighters can lure hostile aircraft into ambushes. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, excuse me. Small arms factory level 3 reached. We have now 3 small arms factories. Oh, that's good. 3 dockyards. Yeah. Let's see what am I producing. Carrier, destroyer, battlecruiser, light cruiser, heavy cruiser. Just a battleship is missing. And 15, it says Emperor. Stats. HP 4600. 4600. Let's also get a Ranger class carrier then. Keep it in. Norfolk. The famous aviator Amelia Earhart, the first woman to complete a solo flight across the Atlantic, has disappeared along with her navigator Fred Norton near Owen Island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The two were attempting a flight around the entire world in their twin-engined Lockheed Electra plane when they vanished. A search for the missing aviators is now being conducted by the US Navy and the Coast Guard, but there's little hope of finding them. Lost for aviation. The fall of Beijing. After a failed raid of the Japanese frontline HQ, the Chinese suffered enormous casualty. In order to prevent further casualties, the Chinese command has ordered the troops to retreat Well, let's get our research done first. I have so many things to read out. Great, isn't it? Here, mass strikes. Then we'll go for Latin recruitment. Order the troops to retreat out of Beijing. The Japanese army later marched into the city with minimal resistance. The Forbidden Palace has reported to have some artifacts removed by the Japanese. Fortunately, most of it was evacuated back in 1943. To the south, the Japanese were only able to remove a few large bronze tubes and a few pieces of cannon. Interesting. Japanese built up on the Chinese border. Well, the conflict in China is varying, and leadership projects in the Soviet Union. Uncertainty has long reigned in the Soviet Union. While details are scarce, there has been a series of secret trials on the highest level, and both generals and ministers have disappeared from the public eye. The natural assumption is that some great conspiracy has been uncovered within the Communist Party, but no official statement has been made. In addition, the diplomatic reports we have access to indicate that the evidence presented at these trials have been far from indisputable. Whatever has been happening, the structure of the Soviet High Command has changed irrevocably. Soviet Command has suffered greatly. Let's do the national focus here. Yeah, finally we can go for war propaganda. Great. Modify government. Yeah, I'm gonna save up my points. Saudi Arabia. What are they up to? Well, they produce 3 oil. Didn't so that they'll make that less. Well, Germany is, well, not expanding so far. What we know the Germans, we lots know them. Apparently the Soviet Union has a really bad opinion of the German Reich. Well, it will change. Yeah, look, the officer purged is giving a division organization of -50%. -50%. Land doctrine research time of +10%, naval doctrine +10, air doctrine of +10, that's insane. Yeah, I'm gonna build, what actually? I'm gonna build some, yeah, let's build the Vikita class heavy cruiser. I don't know actually. Let's build more destroyers. Okay, I can slowly start of doing a naval reorganization here. Okay, I have 28 submarines. I'm going to here. Let's name it Pacific Subs. Pacific Subs, because why not? The BICE will be here. And you, well, look, it's insane. It's the US Pacific. It's the first US Pacific Fleet. I'm going to split that up in the coming time. And my huge navy is also located here. There's 43 submarines. USS Atlantic, USS Atlantic subs. Okay, they will be located in here. Okay, and that's my Caribbean fleets. They are outdated destroyers basically. I'm going to give them these ships as well. As well as, yeah, I'll give them, yeah, 1 heavy cruiser. Heavy cruiser, as well as 2 more light cruisers. As well as more of the outdated destroyers. Okay, USS. Yeah, let's deselect you, combine them, and you'll be a part of the Caribbean fleets. Okay, that's fine. Research slot available, 2 even. Let's go for the tactical. What do we want? Tactical bomber or strategic? Yeah, tactical bomber. Douglas B-23 Dragon, as well as for the flying fortress. There we go. And we have 3 civilian factories, although we still, yeah, have the major buff. So I have 7 uniform factories, I have only 4 small arms. Those small arms are helping us everywhere in infantry equipment, everywhere. Munition factory, well, these as well. I have 3 artillery factories. Well, ammo factory is also giving us a nice help, but I have no subyards, so let's get some subyards up first. Get 2 subyards up here, and then 2 more munition factories, as well as 2 more small arms factories. There we go. War propaganda. Yeah, and done soon. What? I cannot believe it. Do you see the Republicans? How in the name of God did they push back the nationalists so badly? Well, I'm really surprised, guys. I mean, that mod is making a civil war just inevitable to decide who's gonna win. Like, the Republicans were pushed until that line, then they made a major offensive, I think. They made a major offensive operation. Now they break through, they encircle the nationalists, and then they won. Well, not yet. It might change. I cannot prepare intervention yet, Sally. Well. Yeah, let's go for Sport Rock Island then. On Germany. Cause a little bit more of war pension. Will be nice, will be nice. Let's see. Well, that's... We are missing Type 92 carrier attack bomber. If I would know. I think that's what they need. Yeah. Check my plans. Yeah, I'm going to produce the P-40 Warhawk. Yeah, my industry is so horribly bad. Even France has a better military industry. No, not really. Britain has though. Modify government. I'm saving it up. Well, we can speed up the pace of the game and spectate the war in China. Let's see how the Japanese push them. Well, the Japs are, well, pushing them quite hard. That's for sure. Research slot available. Let me get, yeah, mortars. Oh, it's going so at a fast pace. It's like a Japanese blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg. Modify governments. Yeah, I know that. Come on. Just need a little bit more of a world tension. I'm excited to see how the Soviet Union is going to do how they are going to perform. The fall of Nanjing. The capital of the Republic of China, Nanjing, has been occupied by forces from the German and not from the Empire of Japan. Despite fierce resistance from the walled city's Chinese defenders, Japanese troops managed to capture Zhongjiang Gate and fought their way into the city. Sporadic gunfire can still be heard and several fires are raging in different parts of the city, but most surviving Chinese forces have either withdrawn or been captured. Along with the capture of Shanghai, this is a significant victory for Japan in the war against China. Well, truly a significant development. Come on, I need something happen. Come on, Germany, annex Austria. Will they even... Well, are they doing it? If they do the Anschluss... Well, no, nothing will happen. That's sad. Yeah, I need them to cause more world tension. Alright. The fighter bathing is done. We finished our spot of Rock Islands. Well, we can't go for really anything here, obviously. We are stuck because of our... Well, let's go for, warpland divisions then. The Republic in Spain won. With the surrender of the last nationalist forces, the Spanish Civil War has come to an end. The Republicans have emerged victorious and a new era has begun for Spain. The war-torn country has suffered greatly in the fighting and there is much rebuilding to be done. But for Spain, Republic in Spain took 11 states. National Spain was annexed. 12,434 equipment has been seized. Massive strikes has been done as well. Yeah, let's improve our industry. Yeah, well, you know, we need to, yeah, massively get our industry improved. And, yeah. Well, I can build naval dockyards, can I? Yeah, I'm going to build naval dockyards. No, there we go. We're LA, naval base, naval dockyards. Yeah. Want to have a huge and strong navy. Let's see how many naval dockyards the Brits have. The Brits have 19 to 23. Not bad. Yeah, I need to get rid of my isolation and of the Great Depression. Yeah, it's simply horrible. 30%. Insane. Yeah, insane problem for us. Do you want to go for integrated support or for dispersed support? Let's check. Support battalions. Let's go for dispersed support, seems better. Right, the research finished. B-25 Mitchell, heavy fighter. I'm not going to build any heavy fighters. I have no need for them. Let's go for a computing machine. And yeah, let's pause slowly. We need the infantry equipment as well as. Oh no, People's Republic of China has capitulated. The Chinese government has gone into exile and their main forces have capitulated to Japan, who is now in control of the home area. The struggles between Japan and the People's Republic of China was only a small part of the conflict. The war between Dato Kyokan and what remains of the Chinese United Front continues elsewhere, uncertain times. Now we can prepare intervention, finally! Finally, thank God! Well, trench mortars are done. Can we go for? Well, here, M928A1. Let's go for that. Oh, yeah, I need to focus on my industry here. And that means the Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heldenplatz in Vienna, which means Heldenplatz means Heroes Place in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of the German people shall be from this point on the newest bastion of the German Reich. If that is what they wish, well, that is what they wish. Yeah, oh, military be absolutely superior to us in the military industry. Oh yeah, with all the certainty. Here. The world tension changes by 10%, I can change isolation. Then the giant wakes. Arsenal of democracy, well, that's quite nice. Battleships. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. We are 1 year ahead of the Great War, wall of the war between China and Germany and Poland. I'm going to spectate it with, well, certainty. Well, Germany should win it. Here, Britain. We can only join the faction if world tension is at 100%. Yeah, actually at 120, but yeah, at 100. On Wolf Pies. Well, that's the German Reich. All them and our troops recruit and deploy. They are getting somewhere actually, but they all need medium artillery. It's the main point of suffering, medium artillery. They also need, to be honest, infantry equipment. I have a surplus of 10,000 artillery truck. Oh, I don't know why I have so much, such a surplus of that. Manpower, factories. Well, we'll have lots factories, that's guaranteed. Let's check the focus of the... Oh, we have 3 dockyards. Here, let's start building battleships. New York class battleship in Virginia. Great, we prepared our intervention. We can't go for the giant wakes, unfortunately. We're at 10% of world tension. We can do the war plan orange. Let's do the war plan orange and embargo Japan. That's fine. Tactical bombers are just waiting here. Oh, we can see combine U-boats. Okay, there we go. Yeah. What's it? Certain factories. Yeah, we're getting more certain factories, 173. Or perhaps these are counted in as civilian as well, I don't know. No, they cannot be. Whatever. A modified government. Well, let's go on. Turing machine is done. The Japanese army embraces Nanshin Run. Not the armed forces of Japan have long acknowledged that Japan does not possess the natural resources needed for a prolonged war effort. With rising tensions and outbreaks of armed conflict involving the world major powers, the threat of loss of import seems greater by the day. To counter this, Japanese strategists have come up with a strategic plan to seize the Western colonies in Southeast Asia and Pacific. These resource-rich regions will fuel the Japan war machine and allow it to continue more or less unhindered, as long as the colonial powers and the United States can be kept at bay. Well, we'll deal with the Japanese. You can be assured of that. We will deal with the Japanese. That's sure. 100%ly. 100%ly daily dealt with. Yeah. Just going for my industry for a improvement of my major industry. Encryption. Let's go for decryption as well. Yeah, we got the improvement for equipment. Then researching that artillery. It's still out of time. Naval doctrine, submarine operations. Here. Convoy escorts. 3 dockyards. I'm gonna produce ships of every class. Heavy cruiser, destroyer, light cruiser, carrier, battle cruiser, and battleship. What is missing? Nothing, is it? I'm going to fuel up my convoys already, because I'll need them. I need lots of them. Well, I plan to invade, you know. I got new factories, did I? So I can produce them. I got new basic truck factories. Let's start building one of the newer truck factories. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I got more infantry divisions. Great. We finished war plan orange, but world tension is still, it's even under 30%. Come on. Well, at 1939, but I cannot change earlier. That's the big problem. Well, then I'll go for, Bureau of Ships. With 3, let's build here. Okay, fine. One more truck factory. Well, I'll take a break here. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe if you haven't yet. I am Sacred and I am out, and I wish you all a nice day.